Hey guys, welcome back to another episode by Digital Titans. My name is Casey and I welcome you all to the episode number 21. The good thing about this episode is if you're watching this episode, you're all caught up with what's happening and until the latest update in digital marketing. And if you have not watched this episode yet, there's still time. Please go ahead and watch it. I have researched about almost about 30 to 50 websites and a lot of articles and a lot of Twitter profiles, and I researched about a lot of these things to get them to you firsthand. Now, there are a lot of updates that I'm going to be talking about today. Most of them would be from Facebook, and then you have a lot of updates happening with LinkedIn and YouTube. YouTube, I think, is an underdog, and it's slowly sneaking into, and it's slowly and quietly getting a lot of updates there, and it is actually making a lot of changes to their platform. So, without any wait, let's get started. All right, the first set of updates that I have today is going to be about Facebook, and what Facebook is doing is actually worth your time if you pay attention to what is happening. Now, Facebook is making a lot of changes to its UI UX. Now, Facebook is making a lot of changes to their news algorithm, the way news feed works. And going forward, what will happen is you can invite people. All of us understand that when you create a Facebook page, you have an option to invite people. Now, you can invite people based using a variety of options. You can resort to your friends and family initially to invite. You can invite them to like your page. Then you could possibly there was an update in between that you could use WhatsApp to invite people to like your page on Facebook. Now, what is happening now is because Facebook is more focused about driving engagement and making sure that whatever the activity that you're performing actually makes a lot of difference to the way this feed works. Facebook is actually making it easy for you to invite people based upon their engagement with your page in the past. Now, you would start seeing options like invite the last three people who liked your page or engaged with your page. Now, this is something that they're experimenting with, which is interesting. Possibly the biggest and most interesting update that I have about Facebook today is Facebook has introduced the attribution tool for measuring things effectively. Now, attribution simply means this. Assume that, let's go back to the same example. Now, I don't know why a mouse comes to my hand every time when I give an example, but let's assume that I wanted to buy a mouse for my daily use, and I go to Amazon and I research upon all the kinds of the mice that are available, and I figured this was a reasonable option. But what I did was I did not make a purchase on the same day, so I came back after 3 days, then clicked on the ad, and then I made a purchase after 3 days. Now, where do you attribute the conversion to? Who do you attribute this? Do you attribute it for the first time I clicked the ad, or should you attribute it to the last time I clicked on the ad and came? It depends on what the advertisers are looking at or what a conversion typically for them is. So, keeping those things in context, what would happen going forward is Facebook attribution is launched, and which means that this is a free tool which is launched, which would tell you what would you attribute this conversion to. Would you give it away for the first time somebody has visited your site, or the last time they visited your site and made a purchase? So, how does the attribution work is something that you would be able to understand. Apart from that, you would also be able to make a lot of research and analysis and delve deep into the insights that your Facebook page has shown, so that you will get a better hold of what is happening with your page, or how the engagement is working. The next big thing that it would happen is it would also give you the source of the traffic that's coming from, whether it's paid ads or organic on Facebook, and what is the engagement rates on all these platforms, which is another thing that's happening. And it is seriously giving Google and Amazon a run for their money with this tool, because Google's version is still in beta, and Amazon is still trying it on their own set of ads. They have not rolled out to public, while Facebook has actually rolled it out to the public. Now, with this tool, you need to understand there's a small difference that you need to understand. The difference being, Facebook attribution tool is only a report generation tool, which means it is a report only tool. But while Google can use this data, Google also will let you know the attribution metrics. But it will be this data will be injected back into your bid simulator to show what is the best bid available, what are the bidding options that you can use, and things like that. So that is functionality is not available in Facebook. Facebook at this point in time, the Facebook attribution tool is only a reporting tool or a reporting functionality. Start Facebook Watch has started making a lot of waves, and it is very aggressive now. Facebook is trying different names to call Facebook Watch. Now they're trying to call it Watch Party, or they're trying to call Watch and Chat, and they're also trying to come up with a name called Watch Videos Together. So you can choose whatever you want based upon. I mean, they're still trying to come up with a name that suits the best. These are the three options which were being discussed. Another interesting update as of this morning that I found out was, do you remember how you had an option called Shop the Look in Pinterest? Let's say somebody is wearing this shirt, and if I take a picture of me and if I post it on Pinterest, let's say somebody is wearing this shirt and somebody is wearing a watch, and let's say if this goes out on Pinterest, you happen to watch this image on Pinterest. Now there will be an option called Shop the Look, which means you will get to know where you can buy this shirt and this watch, and you will see those product listings there. Now, a similar feature has been observed on Facebook this morning. I will attach the screenshot somewhere here or here, so you will get to know about how this works. And I was just browsing through my news feed, and I figured out there was somebody who was presenting about something, and the listings that I saw were the exact products that he was wearing, like a T-shirt that he was wearing. They were trying to sell the same merchandise. Now, this option is seen on Facebook. You will see it somewhere here, and I'm not quite sure if it's there in your profiles yet, but it'll soon get there. All right, so now there were certain cases when doing a live broadcast on Facebook, there is an option to add a call to action to promote your group. There's a small icon which will say that you can let's say join my group, or you can promote your group while you're doing a live broadcast. Now there are some accounts which saw a shortcut to groups icon, which is making it easy to access groups from your Facebook app. I think it's only available on iOS at the moment. So you go to your Facebook app on iOS, and then you start browsing through, and on your app you will see an option which is a shortcut to groups. So when you click on that, you will directly go to groups so that you can access it easily. Facebook is making a lot of changes to the UI. They are trying to make a lot of changes to the way the commenting works on their interface, and the way you can comment, and using GIFs, and they're trying out a lot of layouts of pictures. Now earlier we used to see one big image and the other small thumbnails of images. Now it's more like a collage kind of thing, where you see all small thumbnails of all the images. They're experimenting with a lot of UI UX things and designs, and the layout. Facebook is rolling out music and GIF stickers for its stories. Now, along with that, these are also being rolled out to your groups. Sorry, they're also being rolled out to your news feed, photos, and videos. Some users reported on Facebook that they were able to see or add highlights to their Facebook profiles, like how you would see it on Instagram. Now, there were cases where some more accounts started seeing this option, where you could start adding highlights to your Facebook profile, like how you would see it on Instagram. I think it is going to be a slow push, so eventually all the accounts, and Facebook is looking to roll out this option to a lot of other accounts. So start expecting to see highlights in your Facebook accounts as well.